Welcome students. In this video we'll be talking about decimal division by a whole number. We're going to be using the standard method. So we will be using the standard method. So we will work with 5 examples. So let's erase a little bit and let's start to work. So our first exercise says that 12.6 we need to divide it by 3. Okay, so the first thing first, we need to place the period right above it, right above the period. And then we need to find a number that when we multiply it, we're gonna put it here, right on top of the 12. When we multiply it, we're gonna get as close or equal to 12, as close as possible to 12, but we don't go over. So for example, 3 times 4 is equal to 12. So for example, we can put 3 times 4 is 12. That's as high as we can go, and that's the best we can go. So 3 times 4, 12. 12 minus 12, 0. Now since we have all the digits, we use all the digits before the period, we have a remainder 0 so far. We can bring down the 6, and then we go to next. We can place the next digit here next to the period. So how many times does 3 goes into 6? We can put 2. 3 times 2, 6. 6 minus 6, 0. We don't have any more digits, so 4.2 would be our answer. So the division 12, so 12.6 divided by 3 is equal to, so we can say that 12.6 divided by 3 is equal to 4.2. So our remainder here is 0. Let's work on our next example. Our next example that says that 25.8 we need to divide it by 6. Okay, so we're gonna write 25.8, we're gonna divide it by 6. Okay, so first things first, we're gonna write that dot right above it. Okay, right above the other one. Okay, so how many times does 6 goes into 25? As high as we can go, or just at 25. So we can go 6 times 3 is 18. 6 times 4, 24. I think that's as high as we can go, 6 times 4, because if we go 6 times 5 is 30, so that's too much. So 6 times 4, that would be 24, and then 25 minus 24, that's 1. Now we can bring down the 8, and that would be 18, and now we can put the next digit next to the period. So that would be how many times does 6 goes into 18? That would be 6 times 3, because 6 times 3 is 18, so that would be 6 times 3, it's 18. So when we subtract, we have a remainder equal to 0, and we're done. We don't have any more digits here, so our answer will be 4.3. So far we're doing good. Let's go our next example. So the next one says that we need to do 47.5 divided by 5. So first things first, we need to write our division. So 47.5 divided by 5. Okay, now we write our period. So that will be, period will be here. Okay, so now how many times does 5 goes into 47? Let's see. 8 times 5 is 40, so that is close to 47, 40. But let's see if we can go one more. 8 times 5 is 40, so 9 times 5 is 45. I think that would be good. Let's put 9 here, so that will be 9 times 5, 45. We'll go one more. 5 times 9 times 5, 45. 5 times 10 is 50. We cannot do that one, so it will be 5 times 9, 45. So that's the best we can do. 45. So 47 minus 45, that would be 2. Okay, now let's bring down the 5, and that will be 25. How many times does 5 goes into 25? We can do 5 times. 5 times 5, 25. So that will be 25. Remainder 0. That's, we don't have any more digits, we stop there. So the answer will be 9.5. Let's go our next example. Our next example says that 39.6 gets divided by 4. Okay, so first things first, let's write our division. So 39.6 divided by 4. Now we write our period right above it. So okay, so now let's find our first digit or number. So how many times does 4 goes into 39? Let's see. 8 times 4 is 32. Let's see if we can do one more. 9 times 4 is 36. Let's see if we can do one more. 10 times 4 is 40. That's too much, so we're gonna have to do 9. So 9 times 4, 36. We can subtract. 39 minus 36 is 3. We bring down the 6, and we can do, how many times does 4 goes into 36? 6 times. Not 6 times, I'm sorry, 9 times. 9 times 4, we just 9 times 4, 36. So we can put 9 times 4, 36. Remainder, what is it, students? 0. Okay, so our answer is 9.9. So we did good. Now let's go on to our last example. Our last example says that 64.2 we need to divide it by 3. So 64.2, let's write our division. Okay, so now let's write our period. Okay, how many times does 3 goes into 64? Let's see. Here we can start by the 6. Since we have one digit here, we can start by 6. So for example, we can start here. 3 times, how many times does 3 goes into 6? We can say 3 times 2 is 6, and then we can say remainder 0. We bring down the 4. So instead of doing the whole thing at a time, we can start by one digit, bring down the 4, and we can say How many times does 3 goes into 4? One time. So 3 and then remainder 1. Now we can bring down the 2, but we start here now at the after the period. So bring down the 2. How many times does 3 goes into 12? 4 times. So 3 times 4, 12. Remainder 0. So our answer is 21.4. So this would be our standard algorithm, standard method. Thank you for watching, students. Please subscribe.